Let us talk about this content. Saying she's getting ridiculed for playing the victim when everyone can see that she's the devil. She's getting laughed at picturing you as the devil. 1. Red flag. You see, when a third party who's not directly involved creates a content about two other people, framing one as the villain and the other as the victim, that's a clear example of triangulation. 2. Narrative control. The title alone reveals an agenda, an obsession with painting one individual as the devil. You see, this manipulation of perception is strategic. 3. Triangulation plus narrative control is a well-known tactic used in gang stalking, where the aim is to isolate and demonize someone through collective smear campaigns. 4. It is suspicious when someone completely outside the situation expresses such a strong opinion. Anyone operating from a higher level of awareness would not make a content about two other people when she's not, a conflict about two other people when she's not included. 5. It's shocking how easily some people believe faceless, baseless content, especially when it is boldly negative and offers no real evidence, not even something symbolic like tarot cards. You see, if the accusations aren't true and her villain is not truly doing all of that, then this crosses into slander and defamation. 6. It's important to consider the overall energy and intent behind a reading. Like in this case, the entire focus of the content is on attacking the character of the so-called villain. And the creator uses harsh and degrading terms like stupid, imbecile, idiot, dumb, and crazy to describe this person. Someone that she claims is out to ruin her or others. The victim, and is manipulating people to turn against this victim. So what is the real intention here? It seems to be about casting someone as the devil. But what if the person being portrayed that way isn't actually guilty of those things? Then the creator's intent becomes clear. It is to destroy someone using false narratives and manipulation. You see, the energy behind this kind of content is undeniably dark. And what is often overlooked is that when your message is rooted in division, drama, and competition, you're not aligned with the light. You're acting from a darker agenda. Truly uplifting messages carry energy of healing, growth, and inspiration. And this one clearly does not. 7. Why am I cautious about this reading? Because at one point during my own targeting, they went to great lengths to paint me as dumb, trying to discredit the very same intelligence that was exposing their demonic tactics. You see, the attempt to undermine my mind wasn't random. It was calculated. That's why I recognize the energy behind this kind of narrative all too well. 8. She claims that this villain is being given hints by others to stop. But in my experience, The only ones who drop hints like like that are gang stalkers. Those individuals that are trying to intimidate and silence me. Some of the so-called hints aren't just subtle suggestions. They feel more like covert threats, laced with lies, meant to discredit and emotionally manipulate me into silence. It's a familiar tactic, one rooted in control and fear. 9. She claims the so-called villain is trying to ruin someone's reputation and is rallying others to go up against this victim. Well, that's simply not true in my case. Because I've always been standing alone, facing covert harassment with no group backing me. If I have spoken about anyone, it was to share the truth about this person's betrayal that I have experienced, and truth only threatens and is destructive to people that are liars and is lying about the situation. So ironically, I was the one attacked by a group, all because someone else was playing the victim. You see, you cannot twist the story and create an illusion where the actual aggressor is now pretending to be the one under attack. I have been enduring exposing this since 2017 and with evidence to support every step. And the narrative being pushed now is nothing more than a revision meant to distort reality. Then, if you haven't noticed the mirroring yet, here it is. I'm not the one trying to rally people to destroy someone while pretending to be the victim. What is actually happening is the opposite. This false victim has been rallying up with these readers, stirring them up against me by spreading fabricated lies about what I supposedly did to her or him. It is projection at its finest, accusing me of the very tactics they have been using all along. I want you all to pay close attention to the subtle details, like how this content creator labels herself as a light worker, while using imagery such as praying hands on a Bible in the reading. You see, these elements are carefully chosen to project purity, faith, and righteousness. But when the energy of the message is rooted in accusation, slander, and manipulation, these symbols become tools of deception, a mask to conceal darker intentions behind a facade of light.